Hi everyone, this is Alva from Workforce Computer Training. In today's video, we're going to look at relative versus absolute cell reference. And this is how to keep your reference to a cell address or a range of cells as a fixed reference. Here we have sales by month broken down by employee ID, and we already recorded the sales from January through April. So the first thing is to create a total for each month. So I start with placing my selector where I want my total to appear, and then I click on auto sum. I have two of those, one on the formulas ribbon and another on the home ribbon. So you click on auto sum, and immediately it's going to find the continuous values most closest to where your total will go or adjacent to it. So it found B6 and B9 with values. All I have to do now is click enter, and it gave me a total for that month. I don't wish to repeat this for the rest of the months. So what I like to do is go back into that formula, come over to the right, situate my selector where I get that simple cross. Then I hold my left mouse button and drag to April, and now I have all my totals. What happened here is, let me go ahead and reveal the code. I now have the function sum, because it doesn't know add, that went from B6 to B9, and as I moved it to the right, it adjusted to the C column and then the D column. And this is called relative cell referencing. Wherever you move the formula to, it's going to adjust to the new location that you place it. So this is great, especially when you have lots of data. Now let's try the commission. We start with equals. As always, you point to what the cell reference you want to bring in. We use the asterisk for multiplication, and then we click on the 15% on H3, and that'll give us a commission for January. Perfect. Now, if I copy this over to the right, I'm going to get all zeros because it's going to move to I, J, because it is doing exactly what I said, move to the right, and those are empty cells. So instead, we're going to bring the formula back into view. Either we double click or we press the F2, that brings it back in. And now I'm going to click on the F4 on top of my keyboard, or you can manually put in the dollar signs if you want to. The dollar signs always go in front of the reference H column and the third row. Now I use the F4 because I can rotate as I click on it again and again. I can rotate where my dollar signs wind up. There you go. But I want it to be completely on H3. Do not move out of H3, so dollar signs are on both. So what changes are relative to absolute? Dollar signs. So now that I have it pinned down to that cell location, I'm going to go back into the formula, come over to the right, get that simple cross, and come over to April. And everything gets adjusted properly. There's my proper commissions. As I reveal my formulas, B10 went through C10, but not the H3. That remained fixed. That is called absolute cell referencing. The dollar signs make it absolute. There is another method as well, so I'm going to show you that next. I'm going to click on the first commission, Control Shift to the right, just to select them all, and delete. Right, the second method is to give this 15% a name. So we name this cell. Actually, the H3 is getting named. So I click on the name box right here on the left, adjacent to the formula bar. You see it says name box. As I click in here, I can now override that reference with a name. So I'm typing COMM and enter. So now I've registered the word COMM as the name for H3. So when I come back into commission and I start writing equals, again, point to your January totals, times, and I type COMM, it is recognized as a name tag, as you see there below. And I now just completed by clicking, enter. There we go. So when I come over to the right again and bring it over to April, I have the proper commissions because COMM now belongs to that cell on H3. So as I illustrate here, that will not change at all. And there is more to say about naming cells or range of cells as you will learn as you continue looking at different videos and practice labs. So thank you for joining me.